Do you ever see the world for what it is? A game that we all play. But we'll all die the same in some crazy old way. So you might as well live in today. Can we all stop the planning of the time we have? 'Cause life doesn't always agree. We divorced, she died, and I still live a lie. 'Cause that's the plan that life gave to me. Do you ever stop and wonder if we're controlled, fed through our TV screens, watching as the government shows us the world, or at least what they want us to see? Am I just another pawn in society, played by men that we make king? The spotlight only shines on the good they do, not the imposed suffering. And do you ever wake up from that 2-hour nap that school sees as a good night's sleep, told I have the time to stay awake when I still don't have time to eat? Testing every student like we learned the same, clones of the same machine. 'Cause ADD's a myth to a few who teach. To them I'm just some stupid teen. And do you ever grab another so you can stand, but pull them down in sorrow? And do you ever worry about nuclear war and how we'd all die tomorrow? And there'd be no one left around to tell our story and how we met our bitter end. All we'd leave behind is pollution that they'd find for another generation to mend. Do you ever see division in the hearts of those who share this democratic home, living in the land of equality, where your future's as bright as your skin tone? And I learned how they were drafted to fight in a war, 100,000 of those men, learning how they died for the country they built, or rather the whip above them. And do you ever sink below and just for once stare death in the eye, simply with the choice you've always had, to live now or to die? The truth is that we've all been dead before, in all the time before our birth. So why should we be scared of death again? At least you had some time on earth. But you're not really there, and no one really cares, and no one says a thing because everyone's too scared. Because we live in a world where difference is death, and you're supposed to juggle debt with a good night's rest. And if you don't try your hardest on every test, you're told you'll never be remembered because you weren't the best. And the clock still ticks, because when you fall, you're still moving on towards death's call, working like a slave while the government relaxes, because we live in a world where 9-year-olds pay taxes. You ever have those moments where your world seems to come crashing down and you feel nothing and everything all at the same time, and it's like you're responsible for all the world's worries and sadness, and it's scary and it's there and it's real, and it all makes sense, and you know that what you feel is just a moment in existence, and that no one will remember this moment or ever care about what just happened because you're just one person and can never make a difference? And yet, no matter how hard you try and describe this feeling, you know no one could ever put it into words, because you know no one would ever care. And in response to all this, all you can do is scream, because you know deep down no one will ever understand you.